Shalom, beloved family. It's your girl, Sophia Spiritualite, and we're here for our daily prayer and reading. Of course, we meet every day at that morning session. We say a prayer, we read a psalm, and then we pull 3 cards just to see what messages we can get from the Most High and the angels. So without further ado, all praise, all glory, and all honor goes to the Most High, the King of kings, the Lord of lords, the great I am, loving kindness, the God of Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, David, Enoch, Moses, Noah, and Solomon. We thank you for another day to labor in the vineyard. We ask for permission to speak with the angels for just a few moments so we can get a message that will allow us to be of better service to you and to the kingdom. When we enter herein with all humility, let God the Almighty One enter into this place by the entrance of an eternal happiness, of a divine prosperity, of a perfect joy, of an abundant charity, and of an eternal salutation. Let all the demons fly from this place, especially those who are opposed unto this work, and let the angels of peace assist and protect this place, from which let discord and strife fly and depart. Magnify and extend upon us, O Lord, thy most holy name, and bless our conversation and our assembly. Sanctify, O Lord our God, our humble entry herein, thou the blessed and holy one of the eternal ages. Selah. To the Holy Mother, we thank you for being with us. We thank you for guiding us. We thank you for walking with us down the path of life. O Divine Mother, illumine me with divine wisdom. Vivify me with divine life and purify me with divine love, that in all I think and say and do, I may be more and more thy child. We acknowledge our older, wiser brother Yahweh and the perfect example he set of how to both climb the tree of life and conquer the tree of death. And to the angels, to our personal guardian angels, to the archangels, to the Council of 9, to the Council of 12, to the Council of 24, to the 24 elders, to the 42-letter name of the Most High, to the 72-letter name of the Most High, to the Council of 144,000, to the 216 angels on the tree of life, to the entire administration of angels, and to all the angels whose names we know and the ones whose names we do not know. We ask that you come and be with us for just a moment. Give us a message that will allow us to be of better service to the Most High and to the kingdom. All right, let's read Psalm 51. I'm going to do it in Latin. Victori ab eruto David cum veneset doec ediminus et adunesiet Saul desciens e venit David in domum Achimelech. Hold on one second. All right. Kid glorias in maletia potens misericordia Dei tota esti. Insidias cogitat lingua tua quasi novacula acuta facens dolum delexti malum magis quam bonum mendacia magis quam loqui tuam semper delexti omnia verba ad devorandum lingua dolosa sedues destrut te in sempiternum terebit et evelet te de tabernaculo et eradicabit te de terra viventium semper verebunt iusti et timibunt et super ridibunt esse qui virci non possit deum fortitudonem suam sed separavit matutundin divitarium suarum confortatuas est in sedi suis ego sicut Olivia verins in domo Dei speravi in misericordia Dei seculum sempiternum confitibor tibi in seculo conam festi et expectabo nomen tuum quaniam bonum in conspectu sanctorum tuorum. Selah. Um, Alright, so we have our daytime deck here. And of course, this is our Tarot of Light. And I like it for a daytime deck. It's easy to use, it's easy to understand. It gets the job done without too much work because it's correlated directly with the rider weight. And of course, if you leave your email address for us on fruitsandspirit.com, you'll get a coupon for 10% off of your physical orders and $5 off our upcoming course, which you can purchase on the website. Um, it's going to be on pendulums. I'm not going to use the term at this moment because the domain isn't set up. But yeah, it's going to be on this particular. It's going to be on pendulums, and it's going to have so far the information I can confirm. It's going to have a energy activation for abundance. It's going to have a energy clearing. Called the Huna Prayer. It's going to have an energy activation that you do in conjunction with that. And then it's going to have the my brain just froze. The karma release, which from my work with the karma release so far, you really have to do it every day for a good amount of time to release all of your karma. Each day you just release more and more. It seems to be like maybe it's like for every 7 days of every one day of fasting, erase 7 years of whatever. It might be that same way with the karma, just because that's the feeling that I'm getting from the spirit. So, because you do have to do it more than once. The first time is good, but you still have to continue to do it until all of that stuff that's built up over lifetimes is taken care of. So it's going to be a very, very crucial part of the ascension process to deal with our karma. And since you can deal with the pendulum, hey, why don't we make it easy? So without further ado, all praise, all glory, and all honor go to the Most High, the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords, the great I am, loving kindness, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. We ask for permission to speak with the angels again for just a few moments so that we can get a message that will help us be of most best service to you and to the kingdom. We tell the Holy Mother that we love her and we thank her for everything that she does for us. We acknowledge our older, wiser brother, Yahweh and the perfect example that he set. And of course, to all the angels whom we've already called in, we ask that you give us a message that's timely, that's easy for us to understand, that's easy for us to apply, and that allows us to be of the best service we can to the Most High and to the kingdom. We are, and once you do that, of course, we will let the Most High know that you have fulfilled the covenant. We are grateful and thankful for every single thing that you do for us. We ask for, you know, you to continue to work diligently for us and for the kingdom. We are so grateful and appreciative of all of your hard work. Ooh, 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 what fell out? Oh, one card fell out. All right. All right. So no other cards fell out. Let's see what we got. Oh, got the High Priestess. Naturally, that's uh the higher version of me. Literally. Um, our next card is the Eight of Trees, which is skill. I believe we got the Eight of Stars yesterday. Now we got the Eight of Trees. Well, at least we're grounded in reality. That's always a good sign. Of course, I have the cards upside down. That's why they're like that. And our last card, naturally, is the Awakening. All right, so let me, of course, Let me let y'all see this. Okay. Alright, so we haven't gotten the High Priestess in quite a while. And I don't know if anybody else has done the locking up their shining star. I did that ritual a few minutes ago. And I feel like, wow, that thing makes a huge difference. I mean, it seems like such a small thing, but it's significant. So if you haven't done that, I highly suggest you hightail it over to Big Levi's page and get the drop on that. So this first card is the High Priestess, which is intuition. Deep within, a sacred place awaits your recognition. Shift your awareness inward and feel the wisdom of your heart. The High Priestess knows you are ready to explore your inner realms. You are being asked to look beyond the obvious and superficial and into the heart of a matter. You are vast, full of potential and unlimited possibilities. Trust your intuition, your inner voice, and your instincts as you learn to meditate and stretch your psychic muscles. This may also be a time for stillness. Quiet your mind so you can hear the wise counsel of your inner stillness, of your inner voice. There are unseen forces at work orchestrating the whole universe to bring intense and beautiful experiences to your life. And this correlates with the High Priestess, which is secret knowledge, serenity, foresight, and objectivity. So I will tell you that I personally have been delving deeper into this particular High Priestess feeling because, like, Shemesh, well, first of all, Shabbatai I spent the whole day making videos. I mean, 2 a.m. all the way until like 8 p.m. I stopped to eat at 7 or something, and then 8 o'clock, and I was like, I can't make any more videos. And then I actually still didn't go to sleep right away. I got a couple chapters in on a book I was reading, and I didn't know why I had so much energy because obviously that's a long time to be up. And then I woke up on Shemesh, and I woke up late because the video didn't get out till almost 9 o'clock. So I didn't wake up until after 7, so I didn't get a chance to eat or anything like that. And I just worked the whole day, and I was like, wow, this is interesting. Here I am, just working away the whole day on, stuff, making, stuff for the brothers and cooking dinner, trying to cook a little bit extra so I don't have to, because my kids, they like to eat real food, and so I have to cook. And I just try to get a lot of stuff done so that I wouldn't be so stressed out about it, all this stuff all week. I was just trying to limit my stress for the coming week as much as possible. And I didn't know why I was so pressed to do that, but by the end of the night, I got you know, some bad news email, obviously, and that I had to address, or have it finished addressing. And normally I would have been panicked, like, oh my God, what am I gonna do? I just don't understand, blah 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 blah, all of this. I thought this was taken care of, so on and so forth. But I was like, well, it's almost dusk. Let me go ahead and say my prayer. And I I did my regular prayer, my regular confession. See, I do one of Solomon's confessions at dusk when I do my prayer. And then I said, well, let me just ask the pendulum instead of sitting here, you know, trying to figure out what I'm going to do. I don't have a plan. I don't know what my plan is. My plan is to do whatever the Most High says to do, and I'll do that. I mean, because I did respond to it, but it's like I don't really have an answer because I don't know what to tell you people. So, and I said, I asked my pendulum. I'm just like, what is going on here? You guys said y'all said y'all was gonna deal with this. Can you resolve this by when I go to sleep and wake up? Because with the pendulum, it's very difficult to ask like time questions in the future. So the answers come up no, when in fact they're not necessarily no. It's just that you ask a question based on a time reference that they don't operate on. So I said, well, when I go to sleep and wake up, can this be resolved? I said, yes. Okay. I said, well, when I go to sleep and wake up, can this be resolved? And they said, yes. I said, well, can I go to sleep and wake up? Can this be resolved? And they said, yes. And I'm like, okay. So I was like, wow. I said, okay, well, hey, I'm going to stay up all night worrying myself, or they already said when I go to sleep and wake up, it'll be resolved. So let me just go on with my night, and that's exactly what I did. I just went on, and I anticipate that, um, this thing is getting resolved because I asked for it to be resolved. I begged and I pleaded my case. I've been doing my karma cleanses at night. One thing I am going to start doing is I have a double terminate. Actually, I have a lot of double terminated crystals. I bought a bunch of them, but I have a beautiful double terminated quartz crystal. I'm going to start sleeping with that underneath my pillow and see if I can have some dreams that I can remember. I have a double terminated amethyst too somewhere. If I have the amethyst, I might use that one instead. But I said, what can I do about this? So it's very interesting for me observing it. It's like I felt myself about to get upset, and then I just slowly drew back and said, okay, this is all they got. I mean, of all the spiritual attacks, this is the one that I knew was coming. So this is all you got. Not that I'm asking for words, but I'm like, wow, this is. And then my response was not as my normal response. Like I said, I didn't start stressing out and all of that. I just said, okay, well, let me just see what the angels can do for me. Before I pick up my phone and place a single phone call, say a single word to anybody, let me just see what the angels is gonna do, and before I stress anybody out. And that's exactly what I did. I just said, can you guys resolve this? Can you resolve it by tomorrow? And they said yes. I said, okay. That's it. I don't have anything else. I mean, there's nothing else I can do, but they say they're going to do it. I've never known them to fail yet, and I don't think it's going to start now. So that is using my intuition, feeling like I knew something was coming. So I just want, like I said, when the energy is bad. So this is why these let me see if I can pull it up. This is why where's the one for last week? Here we go. The cosmic weather is so important because I already knew, not, let me look at the one for last week. I already knew Noga, Shabbatai, Shemesh was all going to be awful. I already knew that. So again, when you have energy that's like that, you want to harvest it to your best of your ability. So I was busy all day. I was busy all day Noga. I was busy all day Shabbatai. I was busy all day Shemesh. I was just busy. And coming up for the rest of this week, it's going to be a little bit of neutral energy until about noon today, Lavana. And it's going to be all bad energy all the way up until Thamur on Kokav. So I'm going to be busy. I'm purposely going to be busy. That way I don't have time, because then by the time let's see, Rana on Kokav, it's going to be the best time of the week. That's when I'm going to plan to do things where I have to actually make decisions and stuff like that, because otherwise you just end up stressing yourself out. You know what I mean? But again, that's using my intuition and all the tools that I have available to me to try and make the best decision I can. And I know I went on too long about this, but I just want to make the point that you have a lot of tools now. Before, when you're in this walk, you didn't have any tools. Now you have a lot of tools, and you have to use them, because otherwise you're going to be stressed out for no reason. When in fact, you have a lot of tools that are available to you. You just have to make use of them. And your intuition is your number one tool. The that feeling that tells you, oh, this is gonna happen, that's gonna happen, and don't fight against it. I didn't all that I knew this stuff was coming down the pike. I have not once fought against it and said, you know, like Yahweh Shai, he said, if it's not for me, then Please, do I have to do this? Do I have to do this? Do I have to do this? He asked the question, but he didn't fight against it. He didn't say, oh, nah, F you, mofo, I'm not doing this. Let me jump town. He didn't do that. He said, look, if this is what I have to go through, if it's any way you can take this cup, I prefer to not have to deal with this. And I've dealt with this the same way. I'd really prefer not to deal with this. I'd really prefer if I didn't have to go through this right now. So if there's any way you could just take this from me. And another thing I did is that I said, okay, I've learned a lesson. I see. And I did learn a lot of lessons. And the hardest part of the lesson, as you guys heard, like with Shabbatai, was just saying I'm not going to allow people to put me into a position where I have to be re-traumatized over something that I can't change. I'm not going to allow myself to be re-traumatized. I cannot go be re-traumatized again. I cannot be somebody's kicking board, just because I just cannot do it. I just cannot do it, and I just won't. And so I said, I've learned the lesson. I get it. I'm ready for the next step, but please don't. I just can't take this anymore. You have to resolve this, and it's getting resolved. I had, leave it up to the Most High, and I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing. And as soon as I have to do something different, I will do it. Whatever it is, like I say, I'm following the Most High, top of the tree of life, the bottom of the tree of death. Whatever He has for me to do, I will just have to do it. I just ask Him for the sake of my children, please don't let me go through certain things, because I don't want them to have to go through it. Let them on their own journey. I don't want to purposely make them to know fear. And that's what I'm most concerned about, more than anything, because once fear creeps in, it really gets a hold on you. It's very, very difficult. And I have a Nogahite. So I have a Nogahite, a Shemeshite, and a Zedekite. And the Zedekite, good gracious. I have a Zedekite who has her son in the 10th house, which is an impossible placement. That is directly from the ancestors, directly to a person. Nobody has a son in their 10th house. And I know two people who do. Anyway, so next card is the Eight of Trees, which I've gone on way too long about this, but I wanted to make that point. Or I had to make that point, which is why I vomited out of my mouth. Okay, Eight of Trees, skill. You have something unique to offer this world. It is time to step into the unknown and truly know thyself. The Eight of Trees is drawing you into something new, a new step, a new job, study, an exercise plan, a diet, or a creative artistic undertaking will help you to step into your strengths. Whatever it is, improve your everyday life by allowing you to feel happy and satisfied. Don't hold back. A creative endeavor will feed your soul and open you to love. Learning a new skill or revisiting one you haven't used in a while will lead to new opportunities and growth. And this correlates with the Eight of Pentacles, which is craftsmanship, effort, apprenticeship, and modesty. Again, you do have something unique to offer the world. And it's going to be very, very important for you to develop that, because we're going to need that skill when we take back the kingdom. I mean, everybody's going to have to bring what they have. And the Most High is going to meet us halfway. He's going to give us a lot of stuff. But at the same time, you have to actually do the work. Again, the intuition is only as good as the skill you bring to it. So, I may have had the intuition that something was coming up, but then I also had the skill to say, okay, instead of me worrying about this, let me go and do my prayer and my confession. It's dusk. I already know what that means. And of course, if you never heard that story, Adir Bey did a video about how Aaron actually saved the whole planet by building this altar and burning this incense at dusk. And so there is a vibration that goes through the world at dusk, and you are able to tap into that vibration of forgiveness, serious, serious forgiveness, when you pray at dusk. And so at dusk, I do my repentance prayer, which is Psalm 50. Actually, I had the feeling this psalm that I read is not 51, it's 50. I have this Latin thing is weird. I had that feeling because I read, I was like, wait a minute. This sounds very much like Psalm 50. I don't know what that is, but the point of the matter is I had the skill to know what my first response was going to be. And so my response was not fear. It was not, you know, I can feel that thing working. It was not fear. It was not, angst or anxiety or whatever. It was, okay, well, I see what time it is. I know I need to go pray. Let me just go pray and task the angels to take care of this, because every minute I spend worrying about this when there's angels that can take care of it is a minute that I cannot spend doing what I need to do in the physical realm, because they can't be in the physical realm. So if I don't do what I have to do in the physical realm, then that's a whole nother set of issues. So again, intuition is not much without skill. You have to have the skill to know what to do, and everyone has a skill. So you have to use it to the best of your ability. Okay? And so the last card is 20. I think it's interesting that we've got 48 basically. 4 and 8 is 10, which is Michael. So 20. Um, the awakening, emergence. Awaken to a full blend of your physical and spiritual self. All that has been missing is you. The awakening gently rouses the inner radiant truth. This image shows, the awakening acknowledges a complete union and alignment with yourself. The physical and spiritual have merged into one. Until now, you have been holding back in a situation. You have been looking at something or someone with your physical eyes. However, your inner eye is awakening, and you are now seeing from a renewed, loving perspective. Your physical eye sees conditionally. Your spiritual eye sees unconditionally. Bring all three eyes together for a fully balanced view. You have seen what is possible beyond the fear and limitations. It is time to put your whole self forward. And this correlates with the Judgment card, which is atonement, rejuvenation, promotion, desire for immortality. So again, look at this reading, how this thing flows, because first you have the High Priestess, you have the intuition being activated, which is one eye. Then you have the skill, physical, which is two eyes. And it's telling you in the last card to bring it all together. So bringing your skill, your intuition, and your skill together is the awakening. It's the true awakening of your soul. It's the true merging of yourself with the divine. And the sooner you can do that, the better it is for you. And that's what I have been really, really focused on, just bringing myself into the Lord God we serve is one. He's one God, and with many names and many parts and many facets. This is just like the primordial fire is one fire, but it's got a lot of different stuff happening in that one fire. Or the earth we live on is one earth, but there's wind, there's first of all there's 42 different air kadeshi that all do different things. There's all sorts of layers that aren't even considered within the realm of discussing the air kadeshi. There's layers and layers and layers all the way up, all the way down. And then even within each layer, you can go out and pick up one tiny piece of salt or one itty bit. Where's my peridot? Oh, here we go. Oh, come on now. Or pick up one itty bitty rock out of the whole universe that is the earth. Someone can find one stone. And that's how the Most High is. He's got one stone. And this one stone, this one thing can be what changes everything. You don't know. You never know what that one thing is. So the whole thing is you have to bring all the different parts of yourself together. You have to bring them into alignment. That's why activating your energy field is important. That's why all of the different energy things are important. And the next what I'm going to work on this week is really drilling down on some stuff for the chakras, because as we open up our soul chakra, how about there's an earth chakra? I mean, who has been working on opening their earth chakra? Are you just focused on the seven that the Gentiles talk about? there's way more than that. So we have a lot of work to do. We really don't have time to work, to be honest. I spend all day on this stuff and I still don't have enough time to get through all the information that I have. All these books, I've got piles and piles of books. I can't even get to them. And I do this all day. So we don't have, there's way too many things to learn for us to be stuck behind the desk. And so I hope that that phase of this comes to an end very soon, because we really need to be, we have a lot to learn, and we have a lot that we need to learn directly from the earthly mother that we cannot learn in a book. We have to go and experience, and there's no way we can do it in this condition. So again, I'm lighting my lamp for the nation on when we have 10 days left, which is Madim, I think. Actually, I'll probably just light it on Kokav. I'll probably light it on Kokav since that's my day anyway. And I'm gonna let it go for 10 days, and then 7 days from the end, I'm gonna start my I'm gonna do my spiritual black hole, and then if it's something that has to be done 3 days, then I'll do that too. But yeah, I'm trying to end this thing with a bang. We've done a really good job up to this point, and we're almost done. I mean, we're almost done. So I'll let you guys look at these cards while I write them down. Oh, why did I do that? I don't know what is going on. All right, so let's do the blessing of the Siphorit. Blessed be the light beyond all being. Forever blessed be the mighty one. Keter. Blessed be the breathing of origination. Forever blessed be the mighty one. Chokma. Blessed be eternal wisdom. Forever blessed be the mighty one. Bina. Blessed be omniscient understanding. Forever blessed be the mighty one. Chesed. Blessed be perpetual compassion. Forever blessed be the mighty one. Gevora. Blessed be almighty justice. Forever blessed be the mighty one. Tiferet. Blessed be transcendent beauty. Forever blessed be the mighty one. Netzach. Blessed be unceasing victory. Forever blessed be the mighty one. Hod. Blessed be surpassing glory. Forever blessed be the mighty one. Yesod. Blessed be infallible foundation. Forever blessed be the mighty one. Malchut. Blessed be all life throughout the kingdom. Forever blessed be the mighty one. All praise, all glory, and all honor go to the Most High, the King of kings, the Lord of lords, the great I am, loving kindness, the God of Abraham, Isaac, Jacob. We thank you for allowing us to speak with the angels for just a few moments, and we would like to report that they have fulfilled the covenant with us, and therefore we would like that to be noted to their records. To the Holy Mother, we thank you for always being with us and guiding us down the path of life. We acknowledge our older, wiser brother Yahushua and the perfect example that he set. And to all the angels who we called in, you guys are doing a great job. We really appreciate all of your hard work. We have let the Most High know that you fulfilled the covenant, and therefore we are really grateful for your continual service to us and to the kingdom. Let God be praised in the beginning and the end. Who supplicates him, he will neither despise nor refuse. God above us, God before us, God possessing all things. May the Father of heaven grant us a portion of mercy. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Lo'olam Vayed. Blessed be the name of his glorious kingdom throughout eternity. Ha Rashaman Hu Yashazir Lanu Avodat Biet Hamikdash Limkoma Bimhira Biyamanu Omen 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 and Selah. May the merciful one restore unto us the service of his holy temple to its place speedily and in our days. Amen, 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 and Salah. To the spirits who are here with us, you're invited to go in peace. To my beloved viewers, you're invited to be at peace. And always remember, the Most High is your peace. Shalom, everyone. We'll see you for the reading tonight at the Sword.